The first stone struck bone as the sun climbed, and the sound echoed across the open savanna. A small band of Australopithecus moved with urgency, bodies low, arms strong, eyes alert. They surrounded the fallen antelope not as hunters who had killed it, but as survivors who had arrived moments after lions abandoned their meal. Time was thin. Danger was near. Hands worked fast, sharp flakes cutting sinew, fingers tearing meat, one female scooping marrow with a stone while another scanned the grass, nostrils flaring, listening for death returning. A sudden alarm ripple passed through the group. One of the juveniles stumbled, foot caught in a thorn bush, blood blooming red against dust. The rhythm broke. Two adults reacted instantly, one lifted the child, another raised stones high, pounding them together, creating noise meant to deceive unseen predators. The group tightened, bodies forming a living wall. Cooperation was not thought, it was instinct forged by loss. They moved quickly toward the river, burdened with meat clutched in leaves and hides. The smell followed them. At the water's edge, the earth betrayed them. A low growl rose behind tall grass. A saber-toothed cat, lean and desperate, charged. Panic flared, but not flight. Stones flew. One male advanced, roaring, arms wide, drawing attention. Another struck the cat's flank with a heavy rock. Pain redirected hunger. The predator retreated, but not far. It watched. Always watched. Rain clouds rolled in without warning. The sky cracked open. Water hammered the land, turning paths into traps. The river swelled, roaring louder with each heartbeat. The group hesitated, crossing meant risk, but staying meant death. They tied broad leaves together, crude floats. One by one, the smallest were pushed across, hands steadying them from both sides. When the last adult stepped into the current, a sudden surge knocked him under. Arms reached. Fingers locked. He was pulled back, coughing, alive. The river claimed nothing that day. They reached shelter as night fell, a shallow cave hidden by hanging roots. Inside, darkness pressed close. The injured child whimpered softly. A female crushed bitter leaves with stone, pressing the pulp into the wound. Another fed the child marrow, rich and warm. Outside, thunder rolled. Inside, bodies huddled. Breath slowed. Fear softened. But survival never rests. At dawn, they found tracks. Not predators. Another group. Similar bodies. Similar eyes. Competition. The land could not feed all. Tension crept in like cold. Both groups converged near a fig tree heavy with fruit. Stones were raised. Teeth bared. A charge began, until a child from the rival group slipped, struck the ground hard, unmoving. Something changed. One of the adults from the first group moved forward, slowly, deliberately, placing fruit on the ground. Another followed. The rival group hesitated, then mirrored the act. No victory. No blood. The tree was shared. Hunger eased. Danger passed, not through strength, but restraint. That night, a new threat arrived. The saber-tooth returned, driven by starvation. It attacked the edge of the camp, claws flashing. Chaos erupted. One adult fell, leg slashed. The cat lunged for a child. In that instant, the group moved as one. Stone struck skull. Sticks jabbed eyes. Bodies screamed and surged forward. The predator collapsed under the weight of many hands and relentless blows. Silence followed, thick and trembling. They did not celebrate. They tended wounds. They mourned the dead animal with wary respect. Fire did not yet belong to them, but unity did. Days later, the group moved again, following green horizons. Children rode on hips. Elders leaned on sticks. Meat was shared equally. Laughter, rough, breathy, unfamiliar, escaped when a child chased insects through grass. At the riverbank, they ate together, passing food hand to hand, eyes reflecting water and sky. In a world ruled by tooth and claw, they had learned something fragile and powerful. Alone, they were prey. Together, they endured.